Salute. How y'all doing? My name is Derrick Williams. Shout out and respect due to my newest subscribers. Restart, Tara Speaks, Tiffany Brown, TA4L, Information Man Speaks Podcast, The Life of Key and J, UG000333, Mr. Ouija, Cold as Ice, JM Vlogs, Amazing World, James Gipe, Lauren Vila, Lugs ODT, Miss Gen Xa Empath, El Guapo, Mad Money, TK Tanae, Tessie Gomez, MessTube, and Nadia 2002. And I would also like to recognize two special folks out in YouTube. Shout out to Mr. Sonetta. Thank you, sir, for that video that you did where you and I had a quick impromptu interview on Friday. And I also want to shout out Khalil Amani. I did not know who Khalil Amani was until about a year ago. And apparently he was one of the people that an enemy that I inherited for my support of this other guy. But he came back recently and he came in my comment section and he said that he was sorry for what he had said after seeing what had happened a few weeks ago. And I can respect that. So, Mr. Armani, I've heard of you, but I don't know enough to make a judgment either which way about you. But I will look at some of your work and I will definitely get in touch with you via your comment section. But I did want to thank you because that was very big of you. And that's what men do. So I appreciate that. And as y'all know, I'm just one man in the comment section on YouTube. The title of this presentation will be called Miss Chola's Health Scare. Starting tomorrow will be Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But I just want to run a few things past you and then I'm going to let Miss Chola speak her truth. Did you know, or do you know who Charlotte Haley is? Charlotte Haley was a woman who actually was dissing the cancer industry. She came up with the idea of peach ribbons to actually point out the hypocrisy of the cancer industry. I'll drop the link for Miss Haley and the documentary to prove what I'm saying. You know that most cancers are not genetic. In fact, there's research coming out now that's saying that it's actually a metabolic condition and not a genetic one. Did you know that high intensity exercise is great for stopping a whole bunch of different cancers? Did you know that? Have you ever heard of the alternative to mammograms called thermography? It's a non-invasive, pain-free procedure that is getting major headway, but mainstream media is putting it down and shooting it down at every turn. But thermography, if you're a woman, is something that you may want to look into. Men have breast cancer. I think the most famous case would be Richard Roundtree. I believe he had a bout with breast cancer. But the pancake smasher, that's what is commonly referred to. Mammograms are pancake smashers. You may want to look into thermography if you are a woman. And I'll put a link for that video in my description as well as with Miss Haley. And also one other reference is Ty Bollinger's The Truth About Cancer. And I agree with him 1,000%. Cancer is not a death sentence. And I'll put the link down for Mr. Bollinger's docu-series as well. But I'm going to step aside and I'm going to let Miss Chola speak her truth. Shout out to Mommy and me and little Carter. All right, so all y'all take care. Greenville, Mississippi till I die.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Chola coming at you again today with another video. We're going to talk about our girls today. And what I mean that we're going to talk about our girls today is our girls. We all know what our girls are. So, ladies, I'm coming at y'all today because I want to speak to you about breast cancer. A couple years back, I went to the doctor and I got maybe like 4 or 5 days later, and they were saying that the doctor's office was telling me that they need to look at your right breast again. They seen something in your breast. Immediately, y'all, I freaked out. I mean, I completely freaked out. My daughter, Mommy and Me, Tykia, that's on YouTube, I called her first. And that's my baby girl, but I called her first. And I was in the bathroom, and I'm just crying. And she's like, Mom, what's wrong? I said, I went and took my breast exam the other day, and she was just like, oh, hell no. And I said, and they seen something in my right breast, and I was just like, OMG. I said, I'm not ready for this. But, a lot of times it's not on our time and what we're ready for. So she was just like, no, Mom, and I said, well, I don't know what it is, but they need to see something. They seen some spots in my right breast. So I went back and they did an ultrasound. And some of y'all probably been through this before, so you know what I'm talking about. Ultrasound. So they seen like 4, at the time, what they didn't know what it was, but it was 4 cysts that they seen. So I went through the ultrasound. After the ultrasound, I had to go back after they tested it to see. I guess they do some sound waves or some echoes off of it. I have no clue. They said that they were 4 cysts. So I had to go back again, I think in 6 months. And when I went back, 2 of the 4 cysts were gone. So that was a blessing right there. And it was not cancer. So I went back the following year. And I got negative results. They said that what they seen was benign, not cancerous. So I'm coming to y'all today to say, go check on yourself. I mean, your breasts, your other girl, y'all know, your big girl. I got friends that I know that don't even go to the doctor, y'all. I mean, a lot of us done had kids. Some of us did not. I don't know a lot of y'all personally. But a lot of times when I come on YouTube, I see that y'all got families and things like that. So let's go and get checked out. Go get checked out. Nobody wants to get the news, well, you're at stage 3, stage 4. And it's seeming like no matter what they do, you're going through all these trials and everything. My best friend been my best friend since I was 7 years old. She has a twin. They came down here to visit me a couple years ago. So we were talking about, our health and things like that. And I was telling them about, if you got a job, get insurance to your job. If your job don't offer insurance, go on the outside, get you some insurance so you can go to the doctor. Get those free breast exams. Because here in the state of South Carolina, your breast exam, your pelvic exams, your yearly checkup and stuff like that, they're free. I said, go, get that stuff checked out or whatever. Because I recently found out that I got an enlarged heart. I did a few sleep studies and things like that. So I'm putting y'all in my personal world right here. Because I care deeply about myself and you ladies too. I mean, I've met some amazing ladies here on YouTube. So even if it's not you, take a friend. Y'all go together. Go get checked. Their birthday was in March. So they came down here for their birthday. They got here like March 9th and their birthday is March 11th. So we all here chilling, kicking it or whatever. Like I said, been my best friend since I was 7 years old. And so then a couple months down the line, I get a phone call saying, their name is Gina and Janice. Gina is my best friend. Janice is her twin. And I'm cleaning up, and things like that. So I go check my phone periodically. Like I say, I keep, in one of my other videos, I keep my phone by my side. So I went and, checked my phone and make sure ain't nobody called. So I see all these calls from people from Illinois. That's where I'm from, Illinois. I'm down in South Carolina now. I see all these different people calling me from home. So I'm like, okay, something wrong. Because, I mean, all these people from home ain't calling me at one time. I even see an ex-boyfriend call. I see my sister-in-law. What is really going on? So I called back. And so they was just like, sit down, and I was just like, okay, what's wrong? And they were like, Gina had a heart attack. Now, Gina is my best friend. But both of them are like sisters to me, though, if y'all understand what I'm saying. They're twins, and they're like sisters to me. It was just me and Gina that hung out the most. And so I was just like, what? Is she okay? I'm just like freaking out at that time. So I'm calling people, and I'm like, what's going on? So then they was just like, Janice had a heart attack. So I said, was it Gina or Janice? It really didn't matter. It freaked me out, period. So then I finally get in touch with Gina, my best friend, and she was saying that Janice was out of breath and, bent over and like she couldn't hardly breathe. She couldn't hardly walk, but kept prolonging going to the hospital. she finally went, and they told her, we're glad that you finally came, because if you hadn't came, you might have went to sleep and not woke up. And I was just like, OMG, and I said, going to the doctor, getting a checkup. And the doctor told her, he said, do go get regular checkups? He said, because if you got a doctor, your doctor probably would have caught this. This been going on for a while. Y'all, when I tell y'all her heart was functioning at 25%, I was just like, nope. So I was having these little episodes or whatever, and I was like, something ain't right. So I went and found out I had an enlarged heart. So what that means is, because when I sleep at night, like with my mouth open, so I had episodes to where anywhere from 17 to 22 seconds, I would stop breathing. And the doctor was just like, we can barely hold our breath that long when we're awake. So just imagine I'm asleep and not breathing, so it's a scary thing. So I had to get set up for a breathing machine. So now the first night I found out about that, I couldn't sleep. I did everything I could to stay up all night. I think I finally fell asleep by 4:30 or 5 o'clock. I mean, it was so scary. I was just like, I don't breathe when I'm asleep at night. It just scary. So, I of course, I told my kids, and they were just like, oh, man, Ma, But I'm saying this to say, go check on yourself. I mean, if you're feeling some pain anywhere that that is not normal, or you can't do anything about it, because I'll try at home to get some home remedies, let me take some medicine, see what's going on. But if it's constantly keep coming back and I can't bear the pain, and I got a high tolerance for pain, I'm gone. Give me the doctor bill or whatever it is, I'm gone. But gather up some of your friends this year. I think October is Breast Awareness Month. I think Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I think it is. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. But get a friend. Y'all go to the doctor together. Get those pelvic exams. Get those breast exams. See a doctor every 3 months. This is before I even knew anything was going on. And I always go get my checkup once a year. Like I say, early detection is the best detection. So even if it's your mom or your sister, friend, cousin, niece, or something, gather them up. Come on, y'all. Let's go get these exams. Well, right now, at the stage you're in, there's nothing we can do. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear anything. But we need to stop ignoring our bodies. Stop ignoring our bodies, because it's trying to tell us something. Even if everything is okay, that still eases something off you. You can go to the doctor, get your, that's not, nothing's going on here. This is what it could be. Find out what it is, and maybe that takes a load off, because when I'm having some type of pain and don't know what's going on, it worries me. And I'm telling you, stress eats you up from the inside out. Like I said in my first video, a surgery that I end up having, I didn't even know that this was going on, because it would only trigger every now and again. What is really going on? But I finally went and seen what that was, and had to have a surgery and got that taken care of. And when I tell y'all I feel much better, ladies, take care of yourself. And even men nowadays are being diagnosed with breast cancer. Have your husband, boyfriend, uncle, grandfather, son go get checked. Yeah, even men have breast cancer. That I really didn't know that. Like I said, you're never too old to learn, and you're never too young to teach. I mean, because I think I learn stuff every day. Every day. But I'm not going to hold y'all. But ladies, go get checked out. My vibers, we got to go get checked out. In order for us to keep the vibe going, baby, we got to get checked out. We got to know what's going on with our bodies. Listen to your bodies. Oh, and can y'all tell it? You got her lashes on today? Yeah. I'm learning how to put them on myself, y'all. I usually have people to put them on, but I'm like, if I'm going to wear my product, I got to learn how to put them on. But once again, go get your girl check. Go get your big girl check once a year. It's not going to take up too much of your time, and most of the places, they're free. Do what you got to do to be here so we can keep up with each other. Once again, be real and be yourself. Boom.